Stand clear. Shocking. Still in VT. 1 November adrenaline. Shocking at 200 joules. Stand clear. Shocking.
She's got carotid pulse.
Well done, everyone. We've got an output.
Don't you think that's a fire hazard?
It smells like rotten cabbage.
Oh, well, I am sorry, but all I'm trying to do is create a bit of seasonal cheer. But no, here come the anti-fun police with their usual wet blanket.
What's that?
It's a banana.
Mark's going to stay at the hospital. His mother's off the critical list, but he wants to be there all day.
Right. Another fun-packed morning.
Hiya. Jamie Roberts to see Dr. Carlyle.
OK, take a seat over there, please.
Morning. Bettina.
Mag, I'm rearranging things. I'm going to see whether I can go and see Mark, give him a bit of support.
Well, Helen went yesterday.
No, it doesn't stop me from going today.
Yeah, well, shouldn't you be here? I mean, you've got to reallocate the patients, explain why they can't see him.
Mac, Mark's mother nearly died yesterday. We ought to show that we care.
Oh, Jimmy's notes haven't arrived from Green Road surgery yet. Why did you leave there?
No particular reason. We just heard really good things about this place.
Oh, well, that's good to know. So what can I do for you today?
We'd like you to check Jamie over. He's got asthma.
Oh, OK, then. Let's have a listen to your chest. Now, I need to lift your jumper up, OK, Jamie? Yeah. This might be a wee bit cold. Now, could you take a big, deep breath in for me? That's good. And again. That's it. Good man. Well, his chest's clear.
Oh, really? That's good news.
It's worse at night. He gets this wheezy, tickly cough that he can't get rid of. Before we started his preventative regime, he used to keep us up all night.
We took him off dairy products. That seemed to help, and he has everything with soya now. Well, we all do, actually.
And we do that thing when we put the soft toys in the freezer to kill the dust mites.
Yeah, and we've taken the carpets up in his bedroom, so it's just bare boards now.
Right. And you find it makes a difference?
Oh, yeah. As long as we protect his lungs from irritants, then he's fine.
OK, then. Start this new file.
When's the cardiologist coming back on? He's in casualty at the moment. What do you want to know? Doesn't matter.
She's doing fine. If I were you, I'd go and get some rest while she's asleep.
Because if your mum's anything like mine, she won't give you a moment's peace once she wakes up.
Well, if you're happy that Jamie's asthma's controlled, then I'd say keep doing what you're doing, as it's obviously working.
Thank you.
And if he does have an attack, then use his inhaler. You manage it all right, do you, Jamie? Breathing in through your puffer?
He's getting better.
Why don't you make an appointment with the nurse on your way out and she can take him through the technique?
Well, the thing is, we're worried that all our preventative work's going to be undone.
We spend our lives keeping Jamie away from pollutants, and now he's got to go to school right by a main road. What we do at home is not going to make a blind bit of difference.
His infant school's been fine, you see. It's in a little close by the park, but next term he becomes a junior.
The windows open out onto it. He's going to be breathing in petrol fumes all day long.
Isn't there another school he could go to?
Yeah, of course there is. But they won't let him into it just like that. It's all got to do with where you live.
We wondered if you could write a letter. Just something simple. Just saying that Jamie has asthma and that we'd like that to be considered when they decide what school he has to go to.
Who would you want me to write to?
I don't know. I don't even know if we'll need it. They might just accept what we've already told them.
It'd just be useful to have something to back up what we're already saying.
All we want is to stop his asthma getting bad again. I mean, we're not trying to be difficult or unreasonable, but we're the ones that know Jamie best.
We just want him to be healthy, so that he can enjoy school and get the most out of it.
OK, then. I suppose I could supply you with a letter.
You're bound to be feeling a bit shaky. Your body's been through a lot.
So they tell me.
Well, you'll feel better soon. Then they'll do an angiogram and we'll know what we're dealing with.
I don't need a machine to tell me that. I've got a bad heart, and it's finally packing up.
Lots of people have heart disease. It's just a question of getting the medication right.
And what if they don't get it right?
Well, you'll know. You'll feel the symptoms, then you'll get yourself to hospital as quick as you can.
Before I have another heart attack.
Yes.
It could happen any time, couldn't it? It could be days or months or years.
Or never. The risk may have increased, but nothing's a foregone conclusion.
Mark, if it does happen again, don't let them bring me back.
Hello, Mrs. Albert. You were lucky to get a cancellation this morning.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see you today. Get it sorted as soon as possible.
And what's the problem?
Nicole goes up to the juniors next term. But the way things stand at the moment, can't let her go.
Why not?
The school is right on the edge of the Leatherbridge Ring Road. Play havoc with her asthma.
You're only saying that because you're not feeling very well. Do what the doctors say and you'll be home soon enough. Being in hospital makes everything seem worse.
Yes, it does. That's why I'm not going through it all again.
You stand a good chance of recovery every time. I mean, some people have, well, several heart attacks and they're all right afterwards. It's just a question of attitude. You've got to believe you're going to make it. I mean, think of your heart as this huge, powerful muscle. It's not going to give up just like that.
It's not that simple.
Yes, it is. You can have the best medical care in the world, but you need positive thinking to make it work.
Dr. Elliot.
Why are you being so defeatist?
Mark, I think your mum needs to rest now.
You want me to write a letter to the Education Authority stating it would be bad for Nicole's health to attend this school?
Yeah. And you can do it now if you want.
I won't be doing it at all. It really wouldn't be appropriate for me to be involved in this.
Why not?
You live in Mill Lane, don't you?
Yeah.
And the school on the main road you're referring to would be Mill Street Juniors. I should imagine there's lots of reasons why parents would want their children to go elsewhere.
What do you mean?
Well, I read in the newspaper last week that it's bottom of the area primary school league tables. The head's been removed and the school's been put on special measures.
So? Still by the main road.
And there are lots of children with asthma. I'm sorry, but it really doesn't stand up as a medical reason.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Carlyle thinks it does. She's going to write a letter for Jamie Roberts, and his asthma's nowhere near as bad as Nicole's.
Jamie Roberts?
Yeah. I saw his mum in the playground. She was full of it. So if you won't do it, then I might as well see the other one.
No. I'll talk to Dr. Carlyle and find out exactly what she's agreed to.
Because you can't have one rule for one kid and another one for her, can you? It's unfair.
Pat's found the last 2 days quite difficult. She's very clear about what she wants.
No, she isn't. She's in the very early stages of recovery and she's not thinking straight. Please don't let me keep you from your patients.
Right, you'll have to pick Kieran up if I'm late, but I'll give you a ring.
Any idea how long you're going to stay?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on the traffic. Look, why is this turning into such a big deal?
We are one doctor down. We are running late already, but that's fine. You go and give him our best wishes, yeah?
Look, we're running a bit late this morning. We're not going to get through all this. So do you think you could make an announcement or something and ask them to make new appointments?
No, you have to ask people to speed things up a bit.
Well, I'm doing that already. But Jude says it takes as long as it takes. And it's easy for her to say, but I'm the one who gets it in the neck.
Do the best you can.
But it's not good enough. I haven't got the test results you asked for. And without them, your next consultation is going to be pretty pointless, isn't it?
But I need them before I see Mr. Armitage.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to ring the lab yourself. I'm sorry, but I'm too busy. Hello, can I help? Hold on a second.
I don't get what you're saying. The boys get asthma and you're talking about school results.
Because that's more likely to be the real reason. Parents are desperate to get their kids out of that school.
There you go again. The fact is that the Roberts have got a good regime going on at home and they don't want Jamie playing next to exhaust fumes all day. I think that's a valid concern and I'm happy to write a letter.
And what about the other kids with asthma? It took Mrs. Albert about 2 hours to get round here asking for the same thing. How many other parents are going to cotton on to the fact that Dr. Carlisle can get their kids out of Mill Street?
You're overreacting. What did you tell Mrs. Albert?
I told her I didn't think there was much point in her making an appointment to see you, that I thought it was a simple misunderstanding and that we'd be able to talk about it sensibly.
What,
but...
so you made out that I don't know what I'm doing?
No, I put her off. This is an impossible situation, Jude. You can't set a precedent like this without thinking of the effect it's going to have on the other children and the school.
Rubbish. My responsibility is to Jamie. It's not my fault if the school's no good.
That is such a narrow viewpoint.
No, Helen, it's a medical one.
Where is the coffee?
Are you going to put all that back?
I can't find the coffee.
That's just what my 8-year-old does when he can't find something. It really annoys me.
Somebody is supposed to buy the coffee.
Yeah, well, somebody didn't. It's not the end of the world.
I told you it'd be a nightmare.
Huh?
I've had 2 patients walk out and one who's fallen asleep. He's been waiting so long.
What do you want me to do about it?
I'm just telling you. Maybe you should think about getting a locum if Mark's going to be off much longer. Do we know when he's coming back?
No, I think he's a bit too worried about his mum to fill in an absence form.
Look, I've been rushed off my feet since Mark's been away. It's me who's going to need time off after this week, I'm telling you.
Perhaps you ought to be more concerned about Mark. I mean, forget your differences, think how he must be feeling.
Sorry? I have done my best to get on with Mark. And I can't believe that you would think I begrudge him spending time with his mother. What kind of person do you think I am?
Kate.
For your mother.
Thanks.
It seemed like 5 minutes since I was here with Kieran. Never thought I'd get out.
Yeah. Yeah, Mum's a bit unsettled.
Yeah, they're good doctors here, though. They look after her very well.
They're waiting for her to get a bit stronger before they do an angiogram.
It's amazing what they can do with those things. People with heart conditions can have a very good quality of life now.
Try telling my mother that. She's convinced herself that if it happens again, she doesn't want to be resuscitated.
Katrina said to remind you to pick up Kieran.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Tell Katrina I hadn't forgotten.
All right.
Yeah. Once upon a time she would have died, but medicine's moved on since then. We can help people live longer lives, get more out of their lives. That's what I trained to do. She doesn't want any of it.
I think that sometimes the people that we love behave in ways that we don't understand. We think we know them, we think we know what they want, but then they surprise us and they ask us to do things that we might find difficult.
What does she expect me to do? She shouldn't put me in this position.
Come in.
Alan Carmichael wants to see you.
Who? Alan Carmichael? Healthy schools? Or unhealthy, if you go by the latest furore. Could you spare me 5 minutes for a professional opinion?
Yes, of course. Yes, I remember. Yes. Sit down.
Thanks. I think she was hoping you'd show me the door.
Oh, no. It's me she's angry with.
Well, I have a set of parents who are lodging an appeal to get their son into an out-of-catchment school. Now, the one he's been allocated to is on the main road, and they've got a doctor to say it's going to aggravate his asthma.
Who is the doctor?
Well, I don't know that till I get the letter. I had a call from the mother this afternoon telling me to expect one. Cock-a-hoop she was.
And they're appealing because the school they want for their son is full.
To the gills.
And the school on the main road isn't such a good one.
Right again, but the appeal is on the basis of his asthma. That's what I'm going to have to argue against at the appeal hearing.
So you've already decided that they haven't got a case?
Well, all I know is that if you start using asthma as the criterion for allocating school places, most of our schools are going to be half empty. What do you think?
I think that if parents choose to live in Leatherbridge, urban, industrial, major road network, then they must expect that the atmosphere will be full of pollutants and allergens. I mean, it travels on the wind, isn't it?
So half a mile isn't going to make a difference?
No. And even if we could build a school in the middle of nowhere, evidence suggests that children brought up in a rural atmosphere are just as likely to get asthma.
Really?
Yeah. It is not cut and dried.
Well, thanks. That's very useful. Oh, by the way, if I have to contest this other doctor's opinion, are you happy to go on record as saying that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what did this admissions guy want?
Some doctor is backing an appeal about asthma.
And what did you say?
I said it was rubbish. You can't protect kids from everything.
Will you speak to this doctor?
Well, I will if there's a hearing, yeah.
What's the problem? You don't think I can hold my own against Mac? It's called healthy debate.
Not when it's doctors from the same practice who should have better things to do. I've already had my time wasted this morning with Mrs. Albert, and now Mac's seen this admissions guy. You have got to put the lid on this before it gets out of hand.
I've been speaking to the doctor.
Please, just give it some time. You'll feel better.
I have to sign a paper to say I don't want to be resuscitated. Will you be a witness, or do I have to find someone else?
What do you want me to say, Mum? You've got so much to live for. You've got the house, Auntie June, me.
You'll be all right. You're getting yourself sorted now. You've got a good job. And all these women that keep visiting you.
So that's it, is it? You think you've done enough?
I'd like to stay around for a long time yet. I'd like to be there when you get married. See your children. But I might not have the chance. I'm winding down. I can't do the things I used to do. I don't even feel like the same person anymore. I'm nervous all the time. I worry about doing too much in case it strains my heart.
I can help you, though.
Oh, Mark, you're busy. You've got an important job.
Why do you keep saying that? I can get a job any time. Why do you think I came to Leatherbridge? Because you were here, because I need you. Please, Mum, I'm not ready for you to go.
Shall we go out for lunch?
What? So you can bend my ears some more? No, thank you.
I'm sorry if you think I'm going on, but I understand what parents are like. It's what we talk about in the playground. National averages, SATs results. Schools are very competitive places.
Not the one I went to.
Exactly. Things are different now. For a parent, choosing a school can be riddled with jealousy, insecurity, paranoia.
Oh, Helen, you need to get out more.
Look, you may laugh, but your time will come.
I will never be a mother like that.
Come on, we can get lunch on the way.
Way to where? What are we doing here?
Mill Street Juniors.
I might have known. Does it ever occur to you you might be in the wrong job?
It was inspected last year and got a fairly damning report. Way below national averages for English, maths and science, and most of the teaching was unsatisfactory.
How do you know all this stuff?
Everyone does, that's the whole point. The Ofsted report is a public document. This is a sink school, Jude. No one wants to send their kids here.
It doesn't matter. It's on a main road and the playground's right next to the road. And the traffic is horrendous. The fumes from here would knock out a heavyweight boxer, never mind a 9-year-old with severe asthma.
Mark, you know me better than anyone. I didn't want to cause all this trouble. Unless you agree, I'm not going to go ahead, you know that.
But you're saying this is what you want.
Isn't it better this way? In a way, I'm lucky. I'm not riddled with cancer or senile with Alzheimer's. I get to go quickly. I know what dying is going to be like, and it doesn't scare me. The next time my heart gives out, I'd like to let it. I'd like to be able to finish the job without all those machines getting in the way.
I want to be there, though.
So this is the school the Roberts want Jamie to go to?
According to Mrs. Albert, it's got a very good reputation and excellent results.
Which means it's oversubscribed, right?
Yeah. Even kids from the local catchment area sometimes can't get a place. For that very special reason, kids like Jamie and Nicole haven't got a hope of getting in. If you're still going to write this letter for Jamie, then you have to be sure, in terms of his asthma, that this school is preferable.
I need to check this. You all right?
So what are you going to do then?
I'll go and see the parents. If you're right and they do want Jamie to go to Our Lady of Peace, then there's no argument. A car respray shop's no better than exhaust fumes, judging by the smell and the mask those blokes were wearing.
Well, maybe the wind was blowing in the wrong direction.
Well, they can look into that if they want. I've done my homework, carried out a fair assessment of the risks. I can't do more than that. What's he so happy about?
Oh.
Where are you going?
Well, I thought I was picking him up.
Only if I rang you. Honestly, you're hopeless.
Sorry.
Kieran had a Halloween party today.
He's a bit young, isn't he?
He made a hat. A bit big for him, though.
No, he'll grow into it. Yeah, Kieran, what do you think? Hey, what do you think? Hey, Kieran? Kieran?
Dr. Carlyle.
Can I come in?
We're having a party for some of Jamie's friends.
That's nice.
Jamie, leave the smoke machine alone.
Who is it?
It's the doctor. Go and get your mum.
I thought he didn't eat dairy products.
Dr. Simmons is bringing the forms now. He'll want to talk to you first to make sure you understand what you're signing.
You won't try and change my mind.
No. As long as you're sure this is what you want.
I'm sure.
All we were trying to do was get the best for Jamie. I can't bear the thought of him going to Mill Street.
But you lied to a doctor. And you made Jamie lie as well.
There was nothing else we could do.
Have you any idea what going to that school will do to him? It'll hold him back, limit him, turn him off education forever. He'll be miles behind everyone else by the time he gets to secondary school.
I think that's an exaggeration.
It's not. He's at such a receptive age right now. So motivated and keen to learn. A disinterested teacher will ruin all of that. And that's what they've got at Mill Street. It said so in the paper.
The paper also said that they were getting a new head. They know that the school's got to get better.
But why should Jamie have to suffer? It's not fair that we're being punished because of where we live.
Well, I suppose the primary school I went to in Glasgow would have been one of the unpopular ones. But I did all right. Surely what matters is that the kids are happy, enthusiastic and wanting to go to school and making some good friends. Not competing against each other for paper results.
I need to know that you are fully aware of what this document means. You understand that in signing this form, you are ensuring that no action will be taken to resuscitate you should you suffer a further cardiac arrest.
I understand.
Mark?
Yes.
Then if you're sure all the details are correct, you sign where it says next of kin.
Thank you.